with you with little waterfalls. And so I decided to go live. I don't normally go live on these days, but I decided, you know, today I got a few extra hours and I thought that it would be fun for me to go live and talk to you guys. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that I could see if you are coming in here. So if there's anybody out there, just all you have to do is probably just say something in the comments section so I can see if I can see you there. Maybe I have to turn my camera some other way or something, but maybe because I like to be able to see, you know, chat with you as we go along. So I don't see anybody there yet. If just try to try one for me just to help me out. Just put something in high or anything. Oh, good. Oh, excellent. Hey, sweet lady. Thank you so much. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you so much. Now that helps me because now I know I can talk to you, right? Because it's live and it's more fun when you're doing live and you can talk to people, which I really enjoy. So if this works out okay today, I'm going to do more lives. Hi, Cindy from Colorado. Wow, it's a long ways away from Newfoundland. That's where I'm to. I'm from Newfoundland. So that's wonderful. I'm so glad I found you too, Melinda. Or I'm glad you found me and we found each other. And this is Sheriff from Lou Block. Sometimes I can't pronounce words very good because I'm from Newfoundland. But, you know, I try my best to pronounce your names correctly. There's times that even Michael Smith, it might be Michael Smite. But that's great. I'm so happy that you're here and I'm glad we're live. And so what I wanted to do today was just go through some acrylic painting tips and tricks. And if you got any questions, I will be doing a painting and I will show you how I painted it, what brushes I'm using, what paints I'm using, different things like that. So if you're new to painting, well, you'll get lots of tips and tricks from here. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. So I just want to show you some of the supplies that I'm using today. So some of the supplies I'm using today are, this one here is from Dollar and Rowney. Now they're not sponsoring. I'm not sponsored or anything today. I just love these paints. I love Dollar and Rowney, and I don't mind, you know, telling you what you could use. These are the smaller paint tubes, right? So because I have the bigger ones. I have the bigger tubes too. So as you can see, I use their paints. I love these two. These are really nice. See? Wow. So they're really nice. And I have, also I like Liquidex. And I do have an Amazon shop where you can go in. If you buy from my Amazon shop, I get a little commission, like sometimes 25 cents or 30 cents on something you buy. And it all helps support my channel. So, you know, but buy them wherever you want. Buy them at Walmart or dollar stores sometimes has really good brushes and canvases. So I find that I can use those. But paints are in the bottled ones, like these. You can get these at the dollar stores. These ones here. Okay, you can get some smaller tubes ones there too, but I don't think they're as good as, they're not bad. You'd have to try them out yourself, but these are my favorite. That's all I'm just saying, okay? So these are Dollar and Rowney, and they give you a whole package full of them. So there. So now all I have to do is pick out the colors that I want to use. So I'm just kind of randomly going to do a painting today, just something that's easy so I can give you tips, right? So I don't want to do anything too complicated because I won't be able to give you tips. I'll be trying to do a painting and you know, trying to concentrate too much on the painting. I'd rather concentrate on helping you decide what kind of paints to use, what kind of brushes to use, how to put it on your canvas, how to paint some nice trees and a little river with a little waterfalls and some nice colors. We'll put some nice colors in there so I can show you how to mix some colors, okay? So we have all kinds of colors here that you can use, right? We have lemon yellow, we have titanium white. Is a little more expensive, I think, than regular white. So the regular white is a little cheaper. So what you could do is, what I've been doing is, don't mean to turn my back on you, but I use these big ones here. I think I got this one at Walmart. But these big ones here, You get a lot of it for $12, or well, I don't know, prices are going up now anyway, so. But I use this, and then when I want to do my highest, brightest highlights, what I do is then I use my titanium white, because titanium white is for your brightest, it's the whitest white you can get, as far as I know. Um, you don't want to, and if it's too bright, you don't want to be too chalky, but I find with titanium white is a really, really nice white, okay? So I'll put some of that on there today for you, but I'll be using this white if I need to use a lot of white on my canvas, okay? Because it can be expensive, you know, painting, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out the colors that I want to use today. And I'm going to pick out, let's see, we have lemon yellow, cream, brilliant red. Oh, here's the name. There it is. And deep yellow, all kinds of yellows. So I'm going to pick one of those yellows. I'm going to pick lemon yellow out of the yellows. And I'm going to pick, we have brilliant red and orange, and we have crimson, and let's see, magenta. Everybody loves magenta, don't they? So I'm going to try magenta, and I'm also going to pick out a red too. I think I'm going to pick out a brilliant red, because if I want to dull my red to a crimson red, then all I can do is add another color and darken it out, right? So that's what I find. You know, you don't need to buy thousands of dollars worth of paints. All you need are your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, and then you can use those colors with white and even black to lighten and darken those colors. You can mix the colors together and make all kinds of colors. Those three colors, they can make every color that you want. Magentas, lemon yellows, all kinds of stuff. They can make it. But some people find that a little bit hard, so they just buy all the colors, like here. So you don't have to worry about mixing them. So either way is good, but I like mixing my own. This is a really nice color. This is like a purple, but it's a nice color, purple. We can make our own purple, but I might use that just to compare my purple to this one. So you can do that too. So if you got lots of colors and you'd rather make your own, then you can take out a color and then try to mix your own from the three primary colors to mix it to match, say, a magenta or something like that. And you'll have that color there, so you can look at it and compare and make sure you got pretty close to magenta. So I also want, so far we got red, yellow, and we need blue. So that's our three primary colors, okay? So this one here is a light blue. So I don't want that one because I can lighten up my dark blue. So I don't really want that one. So I'm going to use, let's see, ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue is a beautiful color. It's kind of on a purplish side. It has a bit of red in it. So it's really nice. You can really mix it up nice. I got a dark blue here too that I might use. So I'm going to use, and I'm also going to use, let's see, a yellow ochre. So at least 2 or 3 of each color. So if you got 3 primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, pick 3 colors of each yellow. Oh boy. Sometimes I talk too much, and plus I'm in my room here with acrylic paint, so kind of dries out my throat. So hopefully that don't happen too often. So yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is nice. Okay. Now, you can make your own green, brown, and all that stuff with those 3 primary colors plus white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten my mixing by picking up, let's see. I like burnt sienna. I love burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. We got raw umber, we got brown, we have black. I'll take out black just in case I need it. And I will see when you're live, anything can happen. A drop of the stuff and everything. So anyway, we got, and I want a green. I like sap green. So I'm not gonna pick. I'm gonna take sap green, and maybe one other, probably a light green. Okay, and like I said, you can take 2 or 3 of each primary color. So just think that first. Think, okay, what are my primary colors? Red, yellow, and blue. So pick 3 blues, 3 yellows, and 3 reds. That'll help you, and then you can mix them together and make beautiful colors. So I also have a deep yellow. I don't want that because I already have my yellow ochre. and I got some red. So I got plenty there now to work with, okay? And then I got my whites. So we'll just put that away. So we'll just use what we have here. Paint for dinner. Dinner is served. So what I like to do when I'm laying out my canvas, I like to have, because it's acrylics dry really fast, right? A lot of people have problems with acrylic paints, don't they? So if you have a problem with your acrylic paints drying too fast, I've come up with a formula, and I call it magic white, or liquid white. That's the same thing that Bob Ross used in his oil paintings. He called it magic white. Bill Alexander called it magic white, and Bob Ross called it liquid white. So I'm just going to make a magic white for acrylics. They had it for oils. And what it does, it makes your canvas really slick. Like right now it's dry, and you know, probably the paint won't spread as far. So if you make your magic white, what happens is it makes the paint go a lot further, and it'll spread beautifully, and it'll blend beautifully, and the drying time will be almost an hour, and it'll make your canvas slick so that you can paint on your canvas and blend all your colors beautifully. I'm going to show you how to make that magic white now. So it's pretty simple. I have a video on how to make it. I have 2 or 3 different recipes, but I'm going to show you the basic recipe today, and then when we get that done, I'll put it on my canvas, and then we will start to paint the sky. And that's what I like to do. I like to break up my canvas into different areas, okay? So if I'm doing a landscape, I love to do my sky first, and if I got any background trees or anything, or mountains, I like to do that first and get that done, and then I go down on the other half. So I'm only going to put magic white on the top half, because if I take a half an hour or so to do it up there or more, then the magic white is going to be dry down here. So only put the magic white where you're working at the time. And in order for me to get a little idea of where I want to put things, I want to find my horizon line. So my horizon line depends on if I want, so what I want to do is I want to put sky and trees up here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to need, say 1/3. It's 1, 2, 3. So let's go up 1/3 of the way. All right. So I'm going to tape it off with some painter's tape. And that way, then I won't have to worry about how far down I go, or, so that should be good. I'm not sure if that's straight or not, but it looks straight there. Straight enough. You can always straighten it out when you put everything on. So this is going to be our sky and trees back here, okay? So I'm going to show you how to mix up some colors. What kind of sky I like to have today? I like to have something nice and colorful. So I'm going to go with some yellow and white down here, a pale blue up here, and a purplish color up on top here and in the corners, so that we can, when you have dark corners, it brings the paint, brings the viewer's eye to the center of your painting, and they stay there because you got these dark corners, and it brings the eye right into the center of the painting, and then the center of the painting is bright, so that keeps their eye there because it's a bright color. So now I'm going to put my paints on here and get them ready for painting. So just put on what you think you need, and then I'm going to show you how to make magic white, okay? So I'll just get these ready. I was going to do it before, but then I said I want to show you step by step everything that you can do, right? So I'm just putting these colors on my palette. I just use a paper plate for palette. Paper is better. Hi. See? Sorry, I got to get Pakistan. I missed it. Hi. Glad to see you. So I'm going to put these colors on here, and then I can work with them, okay? These are a lot of colors. I usually only use my 3 primary colors, but because I'm doing this live today, I really want to show you the colors that you can use. Okay, so if I miss you in the comments when I turn my back, comment again. Oh, you're a vlogger in China. Cool. Cool. I hope you're doing really good. All right, so we got some different colors here. Yeah. You know, I always think, what is the difference between vlogging and live video and blogging? And you're from Boston. Hi, Vicky from Boston. Hi. You know, so I've been at this for a while, but sometimes I get all confused. Yeah. Vlogging, vlogger, being a vlogger, it's like what I'm doing now, but I don't think it can be live, right? It can be live to be a vlogger. I think you just talk about things. Like, I think vlogging is, like, I'm doing a painting here, so so I'm just doing a live video, and I don't think you would call it a vlog. I don't think I'd be doing that. So, yes, as a matter of fact, I've been doing this for a while, but I'm still learning, to tell you the truth, okay? So, I don't want you to think I'm an expert. I'm, having fun. And I know that I could teach you some tips and tricks that I've been using over the years, and they help me, so I can help you. So I'm just putting some colors on here just to have, and I'll show you these colors now. I already showed you in the tubes. Now I'm going to show you what they look like on the palette. Now you can set them up differently what I'm doing. I'm just putting them on randomly because I don't want to waste too much time. So, and besides, I just dropped something else. See, I just put them on randomly. Isn't that cool? Look how cute that is. Look at all those pretty colors. But you can make all those colors from just red, yellow, and blue if you want to, right? So we'll be mixing some of those colors. And I need white. So I'm going to put this white on there. All right. I'm not going to worry about black right now. I need some burnt umber. All right. I also have... I like burnt sienna. Actually, I like burnt sienna better than burnt umber, but this is burnt sienna. I got this one here in this tube, okay? I don't see it there in the smaller tubes. So as long as they're the same brand, this is Liquid X, and you can Liquid X, and these kind of paints will mix well with the other paints, because sometimes if you try to mix, say, these paints, if you try to mix these paints with the ones I just showed you, these thicker ones, it probably won't mix very well. I had no idea you could make magic white. Thank you. I love magic white. Yes, we'll make magic white right now. So, you can make your own magic white. I don't know how Bob Ross and them did it for oils, because they used materials that had to be for oils. And so I came up with a recipe for acrylics. So you have to use the recipe for acrylics. So here, let's go with that now. I'm only going to make a small bit. I'm not going to make it big, but I just have a little, this is actually a little cup that I saved from my dog. My dog has dog food, and I clean him out and I save him for if I need to mix a little bit of paint or something. Oh my, yeah. So I'm just going to show you what I do. I have, now you can use any brand that you want, okay? Any brand of, this is Professional Slow Dry Blending Gel. Professional Slow Dry Blending Gel. And it's very thick, and I'm going to just use equal amounts, all right, of everything. So this is just a nice thick gel. So I'm just going to use equal amounts. So I'm going to take probably two scoops out and put it in my little container, okay? See how nice and thick it is? That's what you want. You want it nice and thick like that. So I'm just guessing what I might need. So I only need it for the top part, so I'm okay there. And then you can use, so it's only a, yeah, doesn't work? What doesn't work? Tell me all about it so I can help. Tell me all about it, guys. Tell me what you need. Tell me what's happening. I really need to know. So, I ordered this because I wanted to make my magic white. So I had to order this because it's very hard to get. And I ordered it from Amazon. So I'm going to open it in front of you now. Because I haven't opened it yet. So I just wanted to show you. And like I said, all these, you can get these on my Amazon shop. And I'll have the link below for you. Taking notes on this? Oh, good. Good. you got any questions, let me know. So I got to get this opened. All right. So bear with me if I'm a bit slow. All right. I have been using liquid gel when I'm painting. Good idea. Good idea. Very good. But when you want to thicken it up, see, the liquid gel makes it thin, and it thins out your paints, makes them thinner and more transparent. But what I'm using right now is that thick one, and what that does is thickens up your paint. It actually thickens it up. It makes it really nice and thick. It'll make it stand up. It'll make it slick and smooth. All right. Ooh-wee. So this is a blending gel. It's a gel. So the gels, all right? Aha, liquid gel cool. Yes, that's true. So this is a blending gel, extends drying time for blendability. That's what I want. Okay, and this is hard to get. This is it's Fokker. This one is okay. So yeah, so this is the one I'm going to use. I also have, but I'm not going to use this because this is too liquidy. See, that's a slow dry blending medium. The gels are what you want to make nice magic white. I did try to make magic white with some blending gels, but or mediums, I'm sorry. But I find if you use too much of this, it's going to make your paint a little more transparent. So I'm going to leave this one out. And I use that for my magic mist. And I also use it for, what else do I have? So sorry, I need to step out so I can watch later. No problem, Vicky. You go ahead, and this should be on YouTube later so you can watch it. So, like a rerun, right? A rerun. So, so what I want to do is add equal amounts of everything to make it, so gel and this is also a gel medium, but it's thick, nice and thick. So that's the secret, right? That's the secret to getting this beautiful, slick, slow dry magic white. Can you tell me your Instagram ID? Just Allison Pryor Art. You're sweet. I'm fun. Thank you. Yeah, so Allison Pryor Art. My YouTube is Allison Pryor. Facebook is Allison Pryor Art. So I just try to make it easy for people to remember. 2 L's in my Allison. So then I have, okay, so that's the thick, slow dry blending gel. Okay, that's the thick one, not even moving. Look, when you add that to your paint, you can, when you add that to your canvas, that will make your paint slide, right? And then I'm just going to use some liquid. This one is not liquid, not real liquidy, but it's a gel, so it's a thick liquid. You know what I mean? Nicely packaged. Good job, guys. I like it when I get things from Amazon and they're well packaged, and I haven't had any problems, I got to say. I order a lot of stuff on Amazon because that's the easiest way for me to get my supplies and things. And prices are good and comes fast, you know. I got Prime. So, like I say, I'm not promoting anything today. I'm just giving you tips and tricks and things and what you can do, okay? So this is a little expensive, so I don't like using a big lot of it, but for this demonstration today, I really need to show you how to make it. So if you got a blending gel, it doesn't have to be this brand, whatever brand you got. If you got any gels, but not the liquid medium, because it'll thin out your paint too much. So I'm just going to add about half, like about the same amount that I put the thicker one. And then I'm going to add my white, and I'm going to use this white, and I'm going to put in about the same amount. Good. So it doesn't have to be exact. You can sometimes play around with the amounts to see what you want. Then I'm just going to mix it up, and you got a beautiful, beautiful, oh my, just look at it. Looks good enough to eat, doesn't it? But it's so beautiful. I just love Just love the way things work when you can figure them out. How much is expensive? Oh, that little tube that I bought, that was, I think it was $12 or something like that. And it's only small, right? It's only a small tube. So, you know, like that's only, let's see, 2 fluid ounces. It's only 2 fluid ounces. And I don't know how to make this gel. And I can't, and I'm having a hard time finding it. No, no brands matter. You know, I've tried a few different brands, and most of them are pretty good, right? They're really good. So don't worry about the brand too much. I haven't seen too many brands out there that were really bad, right? If they are, I'll let you know, but I haven't seen anything. I can use all kinds of brands. The only reason Liquid-X and Liquid-X and Dollar and Rowney, I use those the most, only because I don't know, I just found them good, you know. And some other paints are expensive, and but they all work pretty good. I gotta say, I can't, just nobody I can say don't work very good. I think it's just what you get used to too, you know. Once you get used to something, you keep using it. So, so anyway, this is your magic white. Look how beautiful. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Look, it's very thick and creamy. See how creamy it is? Because we mixed all those 3 ingredients together. See? And that is gorgeous. Now I'm going to put that on my canvas now in a second. So let's say hi to Bob. See? Ooh, Bob with bobblehead. What was that last ingredient, please? I'll tell you now. Tell her, Bob. Tell her what the last ingredient was.
And that may be the true joy of painting is when you share it with other people. I really believe that's the true joy.
Sharing it with other people. That's true, Bob. Anybody out there heard of Bob Ross? He's my favorite artist. Even though he's not with us anymore, but he left a mark on this whole wide world, and his paintings are fantastic. So I even have this in my Amazon shop. So I told you everything I got like, you know, $12 is up there. Can it be stretched out? Yes, it can. So instead of using equal amounts of the gel, and if you're using a smaller canvas, I'm using more today because I got a bigger canvas. But if you're using 11 by 14 canvas and less, then you won't need to use as much of a mixture. Okay, you won't need to use very much. You can spread it out just by probably using just, you know, a small bit, right? Just as long as you mix it so that it gets a creamy texture. You can still get the creamy texture with this slow dry blending gel medium, because that's gel too, right? And it's a blending dry, so you could use only that if you want to. If you don't have this, that's fine. The only reason I use 2 of these together is because I find that this even thickens it even more, makes it more slick, and makes your paints more vibrant, more colorful, and they don't dry as dark, because you notice that acrylics dry dull. You notice that? So this helps to bring it up. You can also use a glass medium or a high glass gel, and that'll really spruce up your colors too, right? So I think I have some high glass gels here. High glass gel. Gotta love Bob Ross. Oh yes. Hi Sherry Lee. I found a puzzle with one of his paintings on it, and I thought, oh, thank you. God, nice of you to think of me. You're so sweet. Aw. Aw. I'm telling you, you guys are too good to me. So what did I say I was looking for? I was looking for glass. Here we go. Look at this. I found it that quick. That's a glass gel medium. So this one here is Liquid-X, and this one here, see, that's nice. Look. So you could even add that to it. And if you add that to it, that will make your colors really bright. So what I should do is I'll hang on to this, and then when we do some, maybe I'll add a little bit of this to it and see what happens. You can add it to your paint, or you can add it to your magic white if you don't mind having a glossy finish. So, yeah, there's so many ways, so many things. I'm telling you, I can't get over. It's thousands of ways to do a painting. And, you know, some people, when I first started, I thought, oh, I'll get a brush, a bit of paint, put it on, and whoop-de-doo. Bob Ross is the man. He sure is. He sure is. And you hear what they're saying about you, Bob?
Let's make some nice little clouds that just float around and have fun all day.
clouds to float around and have fun all day. That's what we need to do. Pretend we're clouds. Let's pretend we're clouds. Yeah, and so I got this. My granddaughter bought me this for Christmas one year. Look, isn't this gorgeous? It's a calendar. It's gorgeous. I would never write in it or anything. It's beautiful. Look at all these paintings. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, I tell you. I got everything here that with Bob Ross on it. I'm a, what do you call it, a Bob Ross fanatic? See? And this is what came with the bobblehead, I guess you call it. This is the little calendar, right? I love this stuff. I just can't get over it. This little calendar, right, with these different paintings on it. So sweet. And I even have his sweater. Just look. Oh my, oh my. Where was I? So we got our magic white, all right, and we're going to use a brush. Now I'm going to use this synthetic brush. I had a big one, like 2 inches, but I can't find it right now. How beautiful. You have your calendar, so beautiful. Some of my favorites are yours. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And that's in my Amazon shop too. I'm not trying to, I don't know where else you can get it. Wherever you can get it, get it. But if you do shop on Amazon, then at least you don't have to look too hard for it. Or you can go on Amazon and just search Bob Ross stuff and it'll come up. So, but if you buy from my shop, I just make a small commission. And that'll help me get more supplies, be able to make more videos. It really helps a lot. This is an expensive adventure, I got to say. Anybody out here who does videos and stuff understands, right? But I love it too much, and I just having so much fun. You watched me reveal it? Oh, did you? Oh, cool. So here we go. I got this on that's the mixture now for Magic White. My sister and other family members always buy Bob Ross stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. Now I don't do oil paintings, so I don't buy his oil paintings but I was trying to get one of these brushes, but they're like Canadian. But for me, because I'm in Canada, it's close to $30 or more or less, probably $25 to $30 for just one little brush. So I guess I should do it anyway. So let's put the Magic White on. Look. So there it is, Magic White. So I'll put all this on here. You can barely see it, nice and slick. My canvas now is becoming very slick and shiny and slippery, okay? What I should do is show you some paint. Let's see. Okay, so I got some paint here, and I'm going to put it on where I don't have the Magic White. So see, look, see that? But now if I put that on with the Magic White, same amount, Magic White is up here. Just look at that. What a difference. Look how beautiful. And the white lightens up your color a little bit more, right? Just look at that. You can see, you can see the difference. It's so beautiful. And then when you go to mix in another color, that will blend beautiful, and you can work with that for hopefully up to an hour. Depends on how warm your room is, right? But look at that. Isn't that pretty? How soft. But look at that one down there, see? So you would need a high, let's see, I missed it. So this one down here, you can see you would need to use a ton of paint. But this one here, I just put the same amount of paint on my brush, and I can paint that whole top of my painting with just that little bit of paint. So that'll save you money in paint too, okay? So like I said, I'm going to give you tips and tricks. I'm going to put lots of this on, whatever I got in here, and I'm going to use it, okay? Oh my, it's so gorgeous. It even feels nice going on, you know that? It just feels, you can feel it sliding across the canvas. Just look. Wow. I always, when I made it at first, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but I said, well, you know, because I don't know what their ingredients are for oils. I think it's linseed oil. I think if you're an oil painter, I think if you mix linseed oil with your paints, that will give it a nice, probably linseed oil white paint, and that will probably give you your Magic White for oils. I'm thinking that's what that is. But I don't know. They use a different formula. I'm not really sure, right? They have a secret formula. Mine is not secret. I don't keep no secrets. No, I don't keep no secrets. Now, I had to go over that part there. See, that dried that fast. That acrylic paint that I put on there a few seconds ago, that dried so fast. Look, that's why it's coming through. But the one up here stayed wet. And look, you can still blend it. See that? Look. See? Beautiful. Now, this one down here dried, so I'm not going to paint over it. Look, it's still coming through. So, that will tell you that. So at least you can see what's going on, okay? You can see what's going on, right? See, that's what acrylics do. They dry so fast. You don't have time to do the blending or anything. Nice. And look, I've still got tons of it left over. Look, I got enough there for the bottom part. Maybe I'll save a little bit for the bottom part. But that little tiny bit, because it goes, see what happens is it's so slippery and it's so easy to maneuver. You don't use very much, but it covers your canvas and keeps it wet. So you don't really need a big lot. I mean, you'll be able to do many, many paintings with what we have here. I've been using it for a nice while, for the last, I'd say, gosh, it was started off last year when I made it, I believe. Maybe 6 months ago. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. And I still have that jar still left. I still have, the only thing I ran out was the blending gel. And that's why I had to order it, because I ran out of that. So I'll just use less of that, that's all. But look, gorgeous, look. I can still go up there and still blend with that, look. Look at that. And it doesn't, but this one here dried up. I mean, see the difference? See, I can't even cover it up. But it dried, so it won't spread either. It won't even spread or mix in with the blending gels or the magic white, right? It won't even blend. Look, it's just sitting there. It's like an underpainting that won't budge. But this one up here, it's just beautifully moving. Look, it's moving. Beautiful. I'm so happy that I discovered, or I don't know, I made it up, and I'm glad that I was able to do that. So I'm always looking for ways to make things. I'm always looking for ways to make things easier and cheaper. So I can save you money on paints, right? You won't have to, if I had no magic white on there, I would have to use almost a full tube of paint in order to do that sky. So I got a little bit left over. I might save that for the bottom. I don't really need all that. Look at that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up some, I'm going to put a little bit more down here because I didn't put as much down here. So you can feel it. If it's sticky, or that means you didn't put on enough, okay? So if it slides, if it's slippery, and look, I just want to show you how much. Look, a ton of it. All right? See? So you can never put on too much. All right? And so if it gets sticky, that means it's starting to dry on you. And if it gets sticky too fast, that means that you probably just need to add more blending gel or blending or slow dry medium, blending medium, that thick one, this thick one. So, all right, so we got that done. So I'm going to clean my brush. No, I'm going to leave my brush dirty because it's the only thing on that is magic white. So I'm going to make the sky nice and colorful. So I think I'm going to add my yellow. I got nice yellow here. And when I put that on, the magic white is going to brighten that up. See? So you don't even need to add white. It's already there for you. See? Isn't that nice? Look at that. Look how smooth that is. Silky. Silky, slick. Really, really nice. There we go. Now when I turn my back to do this, I might miss your comment. So I'll be seeing your comments again later, and I'll reply to them then if I miss you now. When is your birthday? Oh, why do you want to know that? Why? Why do you want to know that? It's in October. That's all you're getting out of me. I'm an October girl. Yep. I'm a Libra. And a Libras love beautiful things. Love painting and music. All kinds of things. Okay, so I got that done there. So now I'm going to add a little bit of red. Don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try. Look, now see that little tiny bit I put on the corner? Because I got magic white on there, that's all I need. Even that might be too much, but let's see. Okay, see? That's all I need. Because the magic white is going to spread it out for me. Nice. Like I said, if it starts to get sticky or dry on you, you might have to add more, only because the mixture probably didn't have enough of one of the ingredients in it, all right? So, because I want to let you know so that when you try it out, you won't go, oh, that didn't work out very well. So if you run out, just go get some more magic white. Add it in if you got to, okay? It's a pretty big canvas, so you're going to need a bit more than if you had a smaller canvas. That's a nice color, isn't it? Nice. What do you think of that? I'm going to go crisscross strokes on that line there where the yellow and the red meet, just so I can blend it together nicely. Just to give it a nice... There we go. Lovely. Bring it up a little bit here. Very nice. Look at that. I didn't need to use very much. You saw what I had on my brush, right? But if you never used magic white, you'd have to use a ton of red. This will save you a lot of money. The money that you spend on your blending gels and things, you'll save it in paints, all right? That's the way I figure it anyway. So now I want a lighter sky up here, and then I'll deal with the... So I'm still going to add... It's up to me, and it's up to you. Why you're artistic? My brother is a Libra. He works with wood. Well, that's artistic, isn't it? He probably makes things out of wood. That's creative. Libras are creative. We're a creative bunch. Okay, so I got some of my blue that I want. All right. So I did add a little bit of white to it, even though I got white on there. I just want to do it anyway. Oh, look, that's a nice color. Look. All those different blues in the sky, that's nice. Don't worry about having one color. Just always have different colors in your sky. Look at your sky any time of day or night. Well, day. And look at the colors in the sky. You'll see pinks and blues and purples and all kinds of stuff going on there. So don't be afraid. And when you're doing a sky, think about the complementary colors. Because yellows and blues are complementary, okay? And... So oranges and blues and purples will go together beautifully. So the orange, that could be a nice orange if I had to add more yellow. Could have made that kind of like an orangey color. Right? So that the orangey color then will blend or will be complementary then to the purples and blues. All right, look at that. Look how beautiful. I'm leaving some open spaces here to get clouds. All right? So you can leave open spaces. And you'll get some really nice clouds. Just look at that. Now, isn't that pretty just the way it is? But I'm going to add that. Remember I said, let's make a dark corner. So I'm going to take blue. And I'm going to take some of my red. And make kind of a purplish color. Maybe some of my other blue. You know. Just to mix in your blues and reds. And make a purplish color on the edge here. See? Isn't that pretty? See how nicely it's blending though? See how it's starting to draw the eye into the center of the painting? All right, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Let's do the other side. Nice. I'm trying to look back so I don't miss your comments. Fun part about this is, you know, talking to you guys, right? So I'm just going to mix up some more purple, just a little bit. It's not a little bit, right? So it's not a big lot that I'm doing. Right? Depends on how dark you want it. I want it nice and dark. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah. See how the red isn't totally blended in with the blue? Because I didn't want to. Because now I got 2 or 3 different values of that purple. Just by not totally blending it on my, see I didn't totally blend it, right? So now I put it up here, and you get that beautiful dark mixture of different purples all at one time. Right? Look at that. You'd never be able to blend like this. That paint would be completely dry by now if you were just using acrylics on their own. And you might say, well, I could add water. Yes, you could. But then what happens is your paint goes transparent, and then all you got is like a watercolor painting. All right, so that's fine. Good. Good. So hopefully this is interesting to you. I hope you learned a lot. Isn't that pretty already, though? I'll bring this down. Let's see, this one over here. Bring that down to match the other side. Doesn't have to be perfectly matched up, but just, you know, I'm painting the way I want to paint. So when you paint the way you want to paint, okay? So, that's pretty. I think it's pretty. What do you think? So, I'm going to clean off my brush. And I am going to, what can I do now? Let's see. Maybe I'll add a few extra clouds in here. So I'm going to use the corner of my brush, and I'm going to leave it. I clean my brush, and so it's pure white on that there now. But when it mixes in with these colors, then it won't be chalky white. All right, so I'm just going to make these little circles, and I'm going to spread them out. Okay, I'm just going to wiggle, 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 and I got that little cloud. Okay. Do the other corner of your brush, same corners. Put that in the corner of your brush, and pick a place where you like to have clouds, and just make circles, and then move it away. Make a couple little circles and move away, so that you don't lose that little top there, so that little cloud, right? Good. And wherever you want them, then you can also make little circles. It's pretty white in the center there, so I don't really need anything in there. But if you want clouds, just pick out the spots that turned white, and then you can use that for a guide to have extra clouds. See? So you get your top, and then you just wiggle your brush around. So you got a few clouds there. So that's enough for now. See, I get carried away. That's my problem. You know, it's hard. I find it hard to stop. So I'm going to stop, because I know that there's a lot that I want to show you. So it looks pretty so far, doesn't it? Now let's see what else we can do with it. So that's still wet there. It's still wet. You could still put some paint on there if you wanted to. Like, I don't know. If you want to add some more white down here, maybe. Brighten it up. You could do that. See, and it'll blend beautifully because it's still wet. Still got the magic white going on there. Did you say you were leaving info on it? Blah, blah, blah. Leaving info. Oh, yes. I will leave all this that I'm showing you will be in my description, and all the links to the gels and all the even brushes. You know, you can even go into my Amazon shop, and everything that I recommend and use is in there. So it's all picked out for you, so you don't have to go searching and wondering what you got to buy. Even if you go into my Amazon, and you look up certain brands and certain brushes and everything, and you rather buy it somewhere else, you can do that too. Just use my Amazon shop to get the brand names and the types of brushes and the gels and all that stuff. But you certainly can. Love 5 hat, love, I'm not really sure, Myra. Love something. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I got it there for your convenience, and that'll help a lot, that you'll be able to get all the brand names and things, and this stuff I've been using over all the years, and I've never had any problems with them. There's some stuff I haven't used, and so what I did was I looked at the reviews, and I tried to get 4 to 5 star ratings on them, and that way I'll be able to recommend them for you. Oh, the sky? Yes, it is beautiful, isn't it? It was just a few strokes, but it looks, because I could blend it so nice. Because I used my magic white, that's why it looks so nice, because I could blend it so nice. You could probably blend it like that, but you would have had to use a ton of paint. In order to keep acrylics wet, you got to keep using paint over paint after paint after paint. But with this, you don't have to. I mean, just blows me away that something as simple as that can save you money, can save you a heartache, can give you beautiful paintings. And I don't know, I'm just so happy that I put that together for you guys, right? So it makes me feel good that I can do these things to help you and give you tips and tricks, and you become better artists. Because a lot of people out there love to paint, but they don't know how to get started. They don't know what to use. They don't know what mediums to use. What are mediums for? They said, what's medium for? I didn't even know what a medium was. So, I didn't know how to use. When I first started, my hubby gave me oil paints, and I didn't know what to do with them. I tried, it wouldn't spread, it wouldn't do anything. I didn't know anything about linseed oil. Anyway, long story. So that's it. So I had to learn. It takes years of experimenting and all that good stuff, and trying things out. I tried your rocks tutorial. Oh, cool. Nice. I'm glad. Doc Happy. M-A-I Doc Happy. Melinda, love this. I'm driving but listening to you. Yes, pulled over. Don't have an accent on my behalf, please. Please. No, you can watch this later. If you don't have time to do this now, go and this will be up on YouTube later on today or tonight, whenever I get it all ready. Okay, it'll be up on YouTube, and you'll be able to rewatch it again. So, and I will be able to reply to your comments. So if I missed some of your comments because I'm concentrating on this, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be more with you. So, but I still want to give you lots of tips and tricks. Okay. So my next idea is to add some trees in the background. I'm watching it while learning for exams. Very good. Well, I hope you pass and do really well. Remember my oil paint days in college. I enjoy acrylics. Yes, oils are fantastic if you know how to use them. You know what I mean? Like, and the fumes is what gets to me. I was asking when your birthday was because I see we have the same qualities and way of thinking. And so are you a Libra too, Myra? And can you help me how to make an easy deer? Yes, I have a deer. All right. I'll put that in my description. And the link to, I have a deer and it's sitting in the grass, and you can do that one first, and then if you want one that's standing up or something, then I do one of those too. Yes, and clean up. Yeah, that's true. Clean up and fumes. Oh, I just can't deal with it. I'm only in a little small room here, so I don't have a big room. This is a spare bedroom that I'm using in my house, right? So, and I have a lot of stuff around me. Too much stuff. I'm too embarrassed to show you, but I will. So, like, there's all my stuff over here. I need a deer as well to finish a painting. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So is it okay for it to be sitting in a grass? Because I think you'll like it, and I made it really easy too. So a lot of times I want to make it easy as I can. So let's get on with some trees. So with my trees, I'm going to use a bristle brush. Now, use a bristle brush. Use the synthetic brush that I used on the sky when you're doing this soft, flowing, blending technique, okay? All right. But when you're using a bristle brush, that's for pouncing and tap, 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 tapping. So tap, 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 tap. So, and then what happens is, it's nice and stiff so you can push hard, and the bristles open, right? The bristles are opening. And that way you'll get some really nice trees. Now, these are not the fir trees. These are just bushy trees in the background, okay? And to make distance, I'm going to lighten them up a bit. So what colors? Now, I always dampen my brush. And then I'll tap it off into tissue paper so it's not dripping, because right now it's dripping. So I tap it off, and then I'm going to make some nice trees in the background here. And I'm going to make them a bit light, I think. So let's see. We'll start with a few green ones. This one's pretty. So if you make them light, it'll show distance. I'm going to tap in a little bit of white with those too. And green. I'm just going to try that. So let's see. Now all you got to do is tap. You don't have to do anything else, right? Be mindful of the shape of the tree, but you don't have to worry about it too much, right? So I'm going to tap this tree. Look. Tap, 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 tap. And because it's still wet, I might need a little bit more green. maybe a little bit dark green too. Not too much. I'm trying to keep it light so it'll be distant. All right, so I don't want too much. So just tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. And kind of be mindful of a shape of a tree, that's all. All right. Maybe I'll make, let's see. Let's make up some colors just for color. See, when you use red, how the tiniest bit of red is so powerful that you have to use very, very little red. So I'm going to take that red and I'm going to add a bit of yellow to it, give it an orangey look, and some white to brighten it up because I'm trying to keep it from being too. So I'm just going to tap on some of that color. These are just background trees, bushes. Just tap, 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 tap. There we go. See? Simple as pie. And whatever colors you want, it can be any colors at all. I'm just going to add white to this mixture that I have here, whatever's left over. And I'm going to put that here. Just putting it in the background so you can barely see it because we're going to be doing other things. All right, I might need a little more blue. Maybe add a little magenta. That's better. Now I can see it. But I don't want it to be standing out too much. See that? Aren't they cute? Just cute little trees. Cute little trees. And let's see, what else do we need? How about yellow, ochre, a little bit of burnt umber. I'm just experimenting with colors and probably a little bit of red. So you can mix colors without making mud. Oh, that's a dark one. It's okay. Nice. Big old trees. So the lighter they are, the further away. But if they're dark like that, they're going to end up looking like they're... You can add a bit of white to those just to lighten it up a bit. Good. Just try to make it as simple as I can for you. These are just background trees that you hopefully won't, they'll be covered up. Just mixing some colors together. I'm going to make a smaller one here. Look at that. Isn't that weird colors? Isn't it cool though? That's what I'm saying, you can do anything you want. Who says you're right or wrong? Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want to do. I'm doing whatever I want to do. And I'm having some fun. So, let's see. Another one here. I'm kind of going back and forth like this just to get kind of a shape of a tree. A little bit of a top there. Good, 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 good. And in front, I'm going to make a few little bushes. So I'm going to go with my green and my blue to get a dark green. Green and blue, a little bit of burnt umber, so burnt sienna, I should say. More green and some yellow. See, I brought it back to a nice dark green there. I'm just going to tap on some bushes down here. And then when we get the dark, a little bit dark, we can add color on top of that. So let's just get them in first. And then you just tap, 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 tap. That's all you got to do is tap, 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 tap. These are just little bushes in front of those trees. That's all. All right. I'm just mixing the colors back in. Same colors. A bit of blue, a little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of red, whatever colors you want. Just darken it up. As long as it's on the green side, that's all. Now they're going to make nice bushes, okay? So when I start adding colors to these, you'll see what I'm talking about. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Alrighty then. So, what I'm going to do is... It's colorful already though, isn't it? I'm trying to get a bit of color so I can show you how I'm mixing my colors. That's, so some paintings I wouldn't add as much color, but this one I want to add as much color as I can for you. So what I could do is I can take off this. We'll let that. Now that's pretty wet because of the magic white. So you can keep working with that, or you can move on a little bit and do a few other things while you're waiting for that to dry. Or you can dry. Don't forget, you can, if you want to dry faster, make sure you can use a hair dryer. So, you know, you can use a hair dryer. So that will help too, right? As long as you can see it. Alrighty then. I'm just gonna take this off. See that? Isn't that cool? That is so cool. Isn't that colorful? Now, what can we do next? I think I'm going to add, let's see. I'm cleaning my brush. I'm trying to decide, maybe I will, now this is dry down here. I want this to be dry because I want to be able to, I don't know, manipulate it a bit, you know, because it's a smaller area. You don't really need the magic white. So I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm going to take a piece of chalk. I am going to take a piece of chalk because I want to see what way I want my river. So I think I would like to have the river probably coming from behind here. And let's see. There could be some grass here. I could probably bring it down here. And then maybe there's, let's see. I got my blue paint. I don't know if I should use that or not, because that's an even nicer blue. So I'm thinking maybe we got some, that could be grass, and maybe grass here. Let's see. So the river will be up here, and then we'll have a little waterfall here and some water here, and it's probably moving out over here. Let's try that. If you don't like it, you got chalk, and you can wipe out the chalk. You can just take it out with damp. You can take it off with a damp brush or cloth or something. So if you don't like that, then make sure you can see it. All right. Now I have to plug this in. Can you guys stand by for a second? I go get my plug. I forgot about that. Hang on. I'm back. I forgot about that. Running out of power. That's not good. That's not a good thing. Now, let's see. We don't want to run out of power. That wouldn't be much fun. There we go. As long as you can see it. Okay, so now let's put in our little river and our grass right here. And that's background painting. See what you do is you get the shapes and you put everything in place the way you want it, and then you put everything on top of it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's what we did. We did our sky, we put our clouds on top of the sky, we put our background trees on top of that, and our bushes, and now we're going to put some water here. So I'm going to use my flat synthetic brush because I want the water to be nice and, I don't know, nice and smooth. And I'm going to use a dark blue first. That will be like an underpainting, okay? That way you can put the lights on top. I'm going to use my chiseled edge. I'm going to go back and forth like this. See? So that's my dark blue, ultramarine blue. How nice and dark it is. Now because I don't have the magic white here, then that's good for down here because now my paint will stay nice and dark. Okay? So you'll get used to where you want to use your magic white. Mostly for blending. And keeping your paint wet long enough so you can blend all your colors together. That's basically what I find good for. So I'm just going to go here and go around that little bend. Look at that. Look at that. Probably put a little bit of land or something up there, you know, to show at the bottom of the bushes that there's, you know, got to be a little bit of rocks or something there. Hey. So then we'll go back and forth, and we'll go down here. Try to keep horizontal, because your strokes, even though they're blending together, it'll still give you an idea what way the water is going to flow. Or now we're going to have a little waterfall here somewhere. So we'll just put the water on first. Don't worry about any waterfalls or anything right now. We have to establish what way we want our layout, okay, our composition. That's what we're doing right now. We're trying to get a composition. Now I just picked up another color, blue, which is fine. It's fine. Do that. All right. Alrighty then. See? Now at least you got that much done, right? So that now you got your basic underpainting for your water. Now you can add water lines on top of that, you know, extra things that you want to add on top of that. So we'll do that later. We don't need to do that right now. And that will be dry, so that's fine. We don't mind if it dries, because we'll wet it up again with more paint. You might say, well, should you use your magic white? You can, but like I said, I don't think it's necessary down here. So that's that brush, all right? Now I want to tap again, right? So I want to do tap, 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 tapping. So I'm going to use my bristle brush, all right? So if you remember these little things, if you could remember these little things, then you won't have to say, what kind of brush do I need now? What should I use? I wonder what brush. And you're spending a half an hour or so trying to decide on brushes. So, you know, you are welcome, Melinda. You are welcome. So, use your bristle brush, and we're going to tap on some grassy patches here. All right. So the same as what you did with those bushes up there. We're going to add some green, and I want to darken that green. I love my underpaintings to be really, really dark, so I'm going to add some green, a bit of blue, and a bit of red, and I got a really dark green, maybe a bit of yellow. That's a nice color green. Okay, so many different ways you can make greens. So, oh, that's a nice green. Look at that. It's even darker than the one on top there, which is good. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you go up into your bushes a little bit. Don't worry about that. So just tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Mix up some more if you need it. There we go. Good. Now, I may not get to finish all this today because we're running into over an hour, and if we don't get to finish it, I'll probably finish it as a part 2 or something, and then you can see the rest of it. I'm not sure, you know, like, this is a long painting because the canvas is so big, and there's so much I want to do, and, but I'll get the basics out as best as I can, and then maybe I'll do a part 2, and that way, then, if we don't do it live, you'll still have part 2 to this painting here, right? You know, I'll see. I'll see how it goes, because I really want a lot of stuff to do in this painting. I probably picked a hard painting to do for a live stream. I should have picked something easy. But that's me. I love, love, love painting landscapes. And I love all the things that you can do with the landscape. You can have colors and rivers and all kinds of stuff. And you can do a landscape, and you can add things on top of it. You could put a little deer there if you wanted to, crossing the river. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much stuff you can do with it. You can add things to it. Once you can use your landscape for like a background to something else. Put something else on top of it. So I'm just going to get this over here. I really like how dark that green is coming out. I'm just adding my sap green, a little bit of blue, burnt ultramarine blue, a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, And you can even add a little bit of burnt sienna if you want, okay? All those nice dark colors, see? That nice? Really nice color. Trying to get like for landscapes, trying to get like an earthy green. But we're going to be putting so much stuff on top of it, we'll probably, you know, it'll be more of an underpainting. There we go. See, now doing this is not complicated. It shows you where you want to put everything, and then you put everything on top of that. Right? Makes it so much easier. Look at that. I'm running out of green paint, so I'm going to make some. I'm going to put yellow. Love tapping my poor brush. Yeah, I know. What the worse your brush is, the better. The more worn out it is, the better. So I'm going to make my own green because I ran out, and rather than go get the tube and do that and leave you guys, I'm going to make my own green by my ultramarine blue and yellow, and that makes a beautiful green. See that? Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. Good. Tap, 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 tap. I want to keep that a bit dark down there. I don't want it to be too light. So I just add a little bit of blue to darken it. Nice, look at that. Not bad, not too shabby. Not too shabby, hey? Just going to tap at that a little bit more just to soften it up a bit. Good. Good, 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 good. So already it looks like it's a painting that's going to happen, right? Looks like it's going to happen because now you have everything in place. And all you need now is to add your colors and your highlights and whatever else you want to put on there. All right. So what I'm thinking I might do is put a couple of trees in next, because if we start doing the river and all that stuff, I might run out of time, and then I won't be able to get to show you to do the other trees. Big trunks of trees. Big chunks and trunks of trees. So I'm going to use my synthetic brush again. Synthetic flat. And it's this one here says a size 12, but you use whatever size you think you need to make certain things that you need to make, you know. I would like to have, been nice if I had a bigger brush, but like I said, I ran out, so I'm going to have to order one, I think, on Amazon, because I haven't seen any really big brushes, like a 2-inch synthetic. I haven't seen one around lately, so I'm going to make a big, now this is all wet, so it's probably going to need to do a couple of coats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more burnt, this time I'm going to get burnt umber. Now you can use burnt sienna and you can add a little bit of black to it if you want to really darken it, or blue. But I'm going to get some burnt umber to speed up the process. Boop, falling down. Burnt umber. Here's burnt umber. Okay. Now you can buy burnt umber, different types of tubes, different brands. Nice and dark. It's a really dark brown paint. See, it's really dark. Okay, so it's like that there is burnt sienna, and that's burnt umber. Okay, so burnt sienna has got a little bit of red in it, or you know. So see, all these paints, they have different pigments in them and different underpainting. Like ultramarine blue is blue with, and it has God, what does it have in it? I think green. And but you can any questions you have also you can Google. And you can say, what are the colors of the pigments of ultramarine blue? And it'll give you all the pigments that are in there. So it's nice to know. And it's nice to know what pigments are in your colors, so that when you put them on your canvas, what's going to, you know, what it's going to look like. I know you can see it when you put it on, but sometimes something unexpected happens when you mix it with another color. All right, that's color theory, so I'm not going to get into that right now. This is just a basic basic little paintings so that I can show you some tips, tricks, and just some techniques that I use in my paintings, okay? And then you can just take that with you and do your own painting and use some of these techniques. If they're any help to you at all, I'd really be happy that even just a little bit, if you got even a little bit. So I'm going to take my synthetic brush, because I'm not tapping now. I'm making a big old tree, and I put both sides with burnt umber, okay? Both sides of burnt umber. And I'm going to put a tree right here, and I'm going to go straight up. This is the scary part. Ooh, now I'm going to run out of paint, but I'm going to keep going anyway so I can get where that tree is going. Okay, and because that's wet up there, it's taking some of it off for me. So I'll redo that again. Now you can either come down or go up. So I got lots down there, so I'm just trying to stay within what I just did. I might even flip my brush around because I got paint on this side too. There we go. It's a nice big tree, isn't it? There we go. Nice. At least I think so. It's a nice big tree. What do you think of that? So I'm going to take my chiseled, it's a chiseled brush, it's synthetic. And I'm going to take my chiseled edge. So I'm going to take the chiseled edge, lay it on the tree, and then I'm going to push and pull out because I want to make a big old branch coming off of there, a trunk or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take that and push, 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 and pull up. Boink. How's that for you? And then I'm going to add another one on the other side. So I'm just going to mix my paint on my brush. I get lots of paint. Look, I get tons of paint on there. See? And then I'm going to pick a spot, and this time, now I lay the flat down, say horizontal, right? And that way would be vertical. So I'm going on the chisel edge vertically because I want a smaller tree here. So I'm touching the canvas and I'm touching on the chiseled edge, and I am going to push. So it won't be quite as big as the other one. See? Now I'm running out of paint, but I want to keep going because I don't want to lose where it's going. So I'm just going to go back over it again. And because the magic white is still wet, that let me, you know, get that filled in there. Good. And now I'm going to just put some more paint on there. And I'm going to take my chiseled edge again. And I'm going to pull out, same as what I did over there. Touch, and then I'm going to pull out and pull up. All right. Good. So I got two trees, one small and one big, and maybe I'll put I don't know, maybe a small one over here. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's coming out and it came off and went off to the side somewhere. That doesn't look too bad. Maybe another one. I want to put too many trees in because then I'll only just make a mess and I'll have tons of trees and I won't need them. So I'm going to take chiseled edge and I'm going to pull it up, 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 up. There we go. That's that. So what I want to do now is I want to what? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to add some color here. So what we have to do, this is all now basic, right? So now you can work with this. Now you can add colors on top of it. You can add your highlights. You can add more colorful bushes. You can add some more stuff in the background here. It's just so many things you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bunch of stuff, and then I may not be able to complete it all, like I said, because there's a lot of small details you can put in this painting, but I'm just going to do the basics, and then you can go from there. And if you want to paint this one, follow this, and then add your own little bits and pieces at the end. small details can take an hour or more, right? So, but once you get the basics on, then you can start working on your smaller details and your highlights and things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some color to these bushes here, and you might be able to tell me what brush I need to use. So what brush do you think I'll need to use to add highlights to these bushes here? You're in school. You're in art school. So if you can take a guess, and then I'll know that you can catch on to what you're doing. So does anybody know what kind of brush I need now for the next step for pushing on some of these little highlights? Yes, you do. You know. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take up my Bristle. That's it. You just caught it in time. Oh, good job. I'll give you an A. So I'm going to take my bristle brush, and now you can use a small one or a big one. All right, so you know what? I might use a bigger one. I don't know. Let's see. Have I got a bigger brush? This one's okay. I'm tapping it off my hand so I can spread them open a bit. All right, and I'm going to take some colors, and I'm going to add some little bushes. So I'm going to take some colors. So I'm going to take some red. Take some red and some yellow. This yellow is fine. And a bit of white. The white will help brighten it up so that you can see it when it goes on there. So let's just say we got a little bush, maybe right here. See, I'm looking for little bumps. I see a little bush right there. See that? Oh, my cord is too short. My cord is too short. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to give harmony to my canvas, to my painting. So I don't want one, I want to take that same color and move it around a little bit. So maybe I'll put one over here. That's a pretty color, isn't it? Maybe just one over here. Nice. Maybe just one over here. Maybe just one over here. Now I'm going to keep that same color, but I might add something else to it. Maybe I'll add, I need yellow. I need yellow, so I need yellow. All right. Just got to get some more yellow. There we go. Now these tubes, they're kind of small. Great for smaller paintings, but I love the bigger tubes. Like these. They last so much longer. Like I like these bigger ones. These are fluid ounces. I'm just trying to see how many fluid ounces is on it. Let's see. 8 fluid ounces. Now you can get them in different sizes. So I'm going to add a bit of yellow to that red, that orangey reddish color, give it a bit more vibrancy. And that will be probably here. See, that just changed the color a little bit. So we can just add some colors. See? And I'm just going to add yellow so I can get even more colors. Good. You can also add them back here too if you wanted to. Want to add a few colors back here. Just on top of those bushes, just on top, mostly on top. A little bit on the bottom, but mostly on top. And spread them out, like I said, because you want to have some harmony in your paintings, right? You want to have harmony. So I'm going to go with, I'm just going to add green to the next one. My brush is still dirty. I'm just trying to add some, look at that. A little bit more duller, but just by tapping. I'm just going to use that up here too. I'm kind of going to spread some of that up here. I'm going to add a bit of white to that one this time. See how I'm just using my colors? Right? Just having fun with my colors. Now if your colors get to the point where you don't like the color anymore, or you just want to add more colors or start fresh, just clean your brush. Clean your brush. And away you go. So I got my brush clean, and I got, what else do I want to put in here? I don't know. Let's see. How about some blue? Blue and white. I love blue color. Blue and white. Look at that. So I got some blue and white bushes. Look how pretty they are. Look, just by tapping, little tap tap here. Tap here, tap there. Here, tap. Yep. Adding a little more white just to so it'll stand out for you so you can see them. Just so you can see it, that's all. Okay, and then a little more here and here. Just trying to see if you can see it okay. I'm going to get a close-up there in a second because my cord is too short. And that's something I never thought about when I was getting ready for my live stream. So, okay, I got everything all set up. Everything's perfect. It's all ready to go. Then the most important thing is keep my camera on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is why you need someone to help you. If you're into doing these YouTube videos, it's almost impossible to do the videotaping, and because if I had someone here with me, they'd be able to read your comments and stuff like that, but I'm trying to do it all, so all I can say is bear with me again, and do my best to get this done for you. So I'm going to add a little more white to this one here. Now I need to establish where the light is coming in so I can know where to put the brightest brights. So let's say that the light is coming in from the right, so it's going to hit off of these flowers here. We'll make them a little duller. All right, so we'll put more highlight on the edge here, just because that's where the light is hitting. Okay, see, that's where the light is hitting there. Good. And maybe it's hitting off of there, and maybe it's hitting off of here and here. Just pick up white and just put some white highlights on some of this and here. So white highlights to represent where the sun is shining. Okay. So as we get over here, leave the side a little more dull. So I won't add too much more there because I don't want to take up too much time. So I won't get some of the stuff done that I want to get done. I want to add a darker yellow so that it'll stay in shadow. Oh, that didn't stay very dark at all, did it? So I will add a little red to that and a little blue to dull it down a bit. Doesn't want to go dull. That's okay. We'll say it's a really bright day. All right. Just add some color, that's all. Could be flowers, could be anything going on there, you know? Just whatever comes off your brush. Your brush will make all these little flowers for you. You got the proper brush, that will do it for you. And you don't need to push very hard. See, it just comes off. And because I'm mixing colors, I'm not mixing totally, I'm just tapping into the colors, then you get all these different colors, right? So, and I'm tapping very lightly. And I'm leaving some of the grass showing in between them so that they're separated. See how they're separated? That's cool, isn't it? Let's work on the water, and then we'll work on the trees, and then I won't do very much of anything else. I think just some important things, okay? I'm just going to do some important things, and then you can do the rest. But what's important too is some twigs and things, and some, you know, like if these trees, they would have branches and stuff, wouldn't they? So get a long liner brush and wet it, and then put it through some of your burnt umber. And if you don't have burnt umber, just use any dark brown, okay, or brown with black in it. And then just add a few of these, like this has some of these, right? And that gives it, you know, some little more interest. All right, so then you just do that, and try to make it So you have to add water to your brush. See, it's dripping. And then I put in my paint and it won't drip anymore. It'll just make the paint nice and watery. And then you just add some of these thin, nice and thin. Try to keep your brush on the very tips. So I'm making them there right now, a little bit too dark, because my hand sometimes just does whatever it wants. So I'm just adding some of these, and that there is a bit too dark for me. Maybe I'll add a bit of white to it to brighten it up a bit. Just a few little indications of, because you're trying to create an illusion. Trying to give people something to look at. They'll say, oh, look at all those nice twigs. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of white and add some if you add white, that will help take out this too thick. I might tap over some more leaves and trees over that one because it's a bit dark, too much. And then I'm going to take some and add them here, just a little bit coming up from here. It's hard to see, maybe I shouldn't bother with that right now, but you can take twigs coming out through here. All these little details, see, they help your painting. You can take it out here, but we're going to be doing the water now, so I don't want to get them in the way. But this is, I'm just showing you some little things that you can do. And so, what you could do is take some off of here too. You can, so that you know where your leaves are going to go. If you're going to have leaves, you can have leaves, or you don't have to have leaves. But if you want to have leaves, just add some of these thinner ones. All right, just pull them out like that. Trying to speed it up there for you now, so it won't take too long. Right out over here, because I want to have the leaves coming out a little bit here. And maybe. Make that bigger so it looks like it's both of them are coming together. I think I'll leave that there like that. All right. So just keep adding some of these twigs and things that you want to add for interest. Add water if it won't move. Dip your brush in water, look, it's dripping, but when you put it into paint, it won't drip anymore. It'll spread nicely. See? Look at that. So take a branch off a branch. You got a branch, take a branch off of that branch, take a branch off of that branch. Okay? And if it won't move, just go and get some more paint and a little bit more water if you have to. That's enough for now. Okay, so I don't need to be putting too much in there because I won't be able to get stuff done that I want to get done, which is not a big lot. I want to work on the water now, and then a few little leaves up there, and then I'll finish it off. Those back trees, you can do whatever you want with them. You can thicken them up. You can add more in between, whatever you want to do. And what will I do? Let's see. Oh, the water. Right. Okay. So I'm going to take a fan brush. I think I'm going to take a fan brush. You can use a small one or you can use a big one. I have a synthetic fan brush and I have a Bristle. So now I find when I add water to my fan brush, it does that. See? So then I have to try and straighten it out a bit better. But it's hard to do. That's the synthetic ones do that, okay? So I don't want to work with that because I don't like the way it spreads open. So I'll leave that one and I'm going to use my, let's see, I got different size. Like I said, I always get different sizes of brushes, okay? At least 3 sizes of each brush. All right. So I'm thinking this one might work better. I'll see. Like, I don't know, because Bristle's kind of, you know, spreads open the lines, and I'm not fussy about that, but I will work with it. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to add some light blue. So I'm going to take my white. I got a pretty messy palette here now, don't I? white and a bit of blue. I'm running out of blue, so I gotta go get some blue. But I wanted a really light color. And then I'm going to add some streaks to my water. So I'm just going back and forth. We got to put a little bit of land up there too. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth with these. Kind of try and blend them in a little bit with the water. Because you want to get, even short strokes would be good too, you know. So what we can do is, I'm going to, I need more paint. I'm just going to squeeze some of this one here for now. I don't know if I missed any of your comments or not, but we are getting on with it. We're getting on with it. Oop-de-doop. Okay, got some blue. Good. Good, good, good. Now, what I'm doing is, I'm picking up some of my blue, but I'm adding white. So I'm actually not going to blend it totally. I'm just going to have kind of like blue and white. That way I can keep my blue water and still add some white to it. Okay. I need more white. Just putting it on one side of my brush. But because the paint is, because I put blue on and it's wet, it'll all mash together a bit. But yet it'll separate. Just try to get your white paint on that side. So you got blue on one side and white on the other. So I'm putting the white side, blue side down, and I'm just going back in like this. This is where the waterfalls can be. So why don't we do that now? So I got still same thing, blue on one side, white on the other, my fan brush. And I'm going, this is where I'm going to put the waterfall, I think. I think it'd be all right there. Pull over and down. Pull over and down. Okay, get more white. Pull over and down. All right. Alrighty. I'm going to unplug this so that I can bring you a little closer, and hopefully my battery don't give out. It'll warn me, I guess. If I lose you, I'll be doing a part 2. I shouldn't lose you, okay? That's a bit better, is it? So I want you to be able to see the bottom part of it too. So let's say we got this little waterfall going on here. So the white side down, you touch, and then you pull over and you pull down, okay? Get more white. You'll have to reload every time you do it. And touch on top of the one you already did. Pull over and pull down so you can meet up. You can leave that space if you want to. You can fill in the space here if you want to. As long as you go touch over and down. Touch over and down. And then you can take your blue paint on one side of your brush and white on the other. And with the blue side down, you can just scrub that here like that. Alright, just go on the edge here. So, I mean, you can put reflections in the water. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all this. But maybe I could do another live stream later and continue with this painting. Because there's so much you can do with it, you know. Just picking up some more white and blue. But it looks pretty, doesn't it already? You know, like I haven't got it all done, but it looks pretty even as it is, don't you think? Do you think? I want you to be able to see it. There it is. There it is. Because I only went over to the edge here. All right, let's see. I'm letting the white paint come off my brush. And that way I don't have to struggle or worry about it. All right, so I'm just putting white paint on one side of my brush and the white side down, and I'm just going, touching my brush and just dragging it along the blue water and letting it do that, okay? And we have some up here too. Right? We don't need too much up here. It's not bad though. Right down here so that it's like it's blending in with that one. There we go. And I'm going to take the corner of my fan brush, and I'm going to, this might be splashing down here a little bit, so I'm just going to splash that a little bit here. Splash a little bit here. Just to say maybe there's, you know, some splashing going on. Maybe it's, I don't know, a little bit of splashing going on. All right. So now I'm just going to fix up these trees. I'm going to try using my palette knife, and I'm going to put white and brown on there. So my brown and a bit of white, and I'm going to, we'll try it this way first. If this don't work, we'll use another brush, but I'm thinking it might work. We might be lucky. So we're just going to take that, and because the light is on this side, we'll just drag it up. All right, I need more white. Need more white. And the paint is still wet over here too, so I'm just going to drag that up here to the side. Drag it up. Get more white. All right, more white again. Getting there, getting there. I'm using the palette knife because it leaves some of these holes. You know what I mean? Right? See if I can get you to see it. Some more white, and that's a little bit of brown mixed in there with it. Just using, you could use the edge of your brush too if you want to do it this way. I got blue on there by accident. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to use the tip of that to get that one there. Use the tip to move that around a little bit. And then I'm just going to see brown, burnt sienna or burnt umber, and tapping it on my brush. See that? I keep saying brush, but it's a palette knife. So now the light is shining from the right, so it's hitting off the right side, and it's hitting off the right side of this one. So we'll grab that and we'll pull up, 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 up. All right, now you can try this with a brush if you're having a hard time with your palette knife. So you want to leave some of the side there for shadow. Right, and then we get a little bit coming off of here. There's so much I could do with this painting right now, but I'll be here till tomorrow, so I don't want to do that to you. But I'm going to get some on here too. And we got to watch where the light is too, right? Hopefully the sun is shining a little bit down here. Hard to tell because we're not there. But I do want to give the trunk a bit of a textured look. That's how you give it a textured look, see? See? Pretty nice, hey? What do you think? What do you think, guys? And you can also just, remember I said I was going to add a piece of land right here. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to let you go. Because I think it's, you know, it gets too long. You get bored. I don't want to bore you. So I'm just going to take the same thing I do with the trunk. I'm going to do the same thing with the land, okay? So I'm picking up some of the dark colors, burnt umber, burnt sienna, and white. And I'm going to, I got it pretty full there. Don't want too much to make, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to pull that across here just to give it a little piece of land there. Little piece of land. Need a little bit of white so it'll stand out more. You can fix it up whatever way you need to. Just a little bit of land there. See? A little bit of land. You need some here too. So just pick up the dark color and we can put some around here. Just have the edge here. There could be reflections in the water. Add a little bit here. You can add a little bit over here. Okay. So there we go. Just trying to move it around so it'll look something like land. Land and rocks. I might make a nice rock there. There's a big old rock or something there like that. I think I'll do it with a brush. Yes, I will do it with a small flat brush. I'll make a rock. I'm going to make my dark brown on one side and white on the other. And then I'm going to, with the dark side down, I'm just going to make this little rock. And I'm going to make some little rocks here. Just pull over like that. Pull over. I don't know if you can see that, or, you know, these little rocks. Maybe there's a little one in here. You really need black to bring it out, but I've got some brown here. Maybe there's a little one in here. A little highlight on it. All right. I'm gonna go because I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess because I'm rushing. Okay, so that's a mess. All right, so I'm just adding these little rocks on the edges here. See, with the brush, you just put brown on one side and white on the other. I'll fix it up after. So if you make a mistake like that, that's a really bad mistake here. So I'm just going to add a few little rocks on it to cover it up, but it's not a very good, it's not very good actually. So I'm just going to add some white on one side, brown on the other, and you get these little rocks, see? Little tiny ones, maybe in the water, I don't know. Little ones. So whatever you want to do, maybe some little rocks up here. See how I can't stop? Because there's so much I can do with this, but I should let it go, and then what I'll do is, if I need to, you let me know in the comments section if you'd like me to continue on. Oh, I put rocks down here and I didn't even have it so you can see it. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay, so all I did was, see what happens when you're going live? Put white on one side of my brush and brown on the other, and I just touch and pull over, made these little rocks, okay, little rocks like that. I'm making them a bit big so you can see them, but I just touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull, and you get the white on top. You get the white on top, and thanks for all your insights and showing techniques. Love your tutorials. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. And I hope you learned something here today. So I'm going to leave it at that because I know there's a lot to be done. But that's it for now. And I am going to say, I better plug this in before it goes on me. So I hope you liked it. Like I said, if you got any questions or anything, you are welcome. You guys are quite welcome. I hope I could just give you even some little inspiration or any say. Thank you very much. I'm glad it was interesting. I hope, like I said, I hope you got